What is my favorite Silent Hill game? I'll probably have to say two. That was the first one I really got into. I rented the first one at one point, but when you get to the cafe and that big bat thing flies in, it kicked my ass, and I was like, this game sucks. What are my cats' names? We have four cats now somehow. The oldest one's named Mittens, and then there's Persian and Comet. And we've been taking care of my uncle's cat lately, and its name is Smokey. Will I do a God of War Let's Play? I actually started one a while back. I got probably about 30 minutes into it, and was just like, nah, I don't really want to do this, so I just kind of scrapped all that footage. But maybe at some point I'll do one. Are you allowed to send party invites on Xbox 360? Yeah, but the thing is, I usually keep notifications off most of the time, so I don't really get party invites or messages until afterward. But I do read all the messages and accept all the friends that I get. Will I do a setup video and show my room? Probably. I thought about doing that a while back, but never got around to it. But I think at some point I will. I'll just have to make things all tidy and where I can actually walk around in here. How long have I been doing playthroughs? I think next month on the 28th or so will be 2 years. Why do you thank everyone who subscribes to you? Because I never hear anyone else doing it. Pretty sure that Nintendo Capri Sun thanks all of his subscribers. I've seen his name many, many times on the channels I go to thank. But the reason I thank everyone is because subscribers are the main thing on YouTube for me. I mean, my goal here is to make people laugh, which hopefully makes them have a better day. So I feel obligated to thank everyone who subscribes and watches my videos. I've said this many times before, but it continues to surprise me how some people can just completely ignore their fan base because I don't understand what their purpose is here on YouTube. Like for me it's all about, you guys. But I know when you get tons of subs and you get tons of messages, it can be hard to answer them all. I'm not gonna lie though, I don't answer every comment, but I do read every personal message that I get. I think if you take the time out to send me a message, then the least I can do is look at it. And even if you have tons of subscribers and get tons of messages, I think if you take just 5 or 10 minutes out of your day to go through messages, then it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I find Silent Hill repetitive. What gives you the motivation to keep playing it? Mainly, I guess, because the game's fun to me, so I don't really have any problems with it. And like I said, survival horror is one of my favorite genres, so I don't know, it's just fun to me and I like playing it. What is my opinion on the future of gaming systems like Kinect and the Move and how they rip off the Wii? Like I've said before, I'm not all that impressed with it. I mean, I'm not probably going to get Kinect or Move unless they put out some really good games on it. I don't see how the Move isn't blatant plagiarism of the Wii. You just take the Wiimote and the nunchuck, paint it black, and stick a glowy orb on the top, and there you go. New controller. And how everything's going 3D also kind of bothers me because I'm not a huge 3D fan. Like, the 3DS seems alright, I'll probably check that out, but I'm not going to buy a 3D TV and stuff like that. This whole 3D thing might just be a complete flop too, so who knows. How are you? Not bad. My favorite MGS game? I'd have to say 1 or 4. 1 because it has the most realistic storyline and a good plot twist, and it was also the first one I played, and maybe 4 because that was the one I was probably looking forward to the most. I think if I had to put them in order of which one I liked most and least from just the main series, I think it'd be 1, then 4, then 3, then 2, in order from best to worst in my opinion. But ironically, 2 is probably the one that I've played the most, because I played through it many times trying to get a big boss rank. If I could jump into any game and help any character, who would I help? Probably Princess Peach, long before Mario gets there. Help her, if you know what I'm saying. No, just joking. Maybe Ethan from Heavy Rain in some way. Or maybe Big Boss when he's captured in MGS3. But I would likely get shot unless I can just jump right back out of the game afterward. Is there a game that you always wanted to play but never actually did? I don't think so. For the longest time, I wanted to play Metal Gear 2 on the MSX, but there was no other way to play it, so I went through these, different language websites trying to find an emulator and a ROM that would actually work, and eventually I did, which was pretty sweet, so I got to play through it. And I wanted to play Tomba for the longest time because I remember loving that game as a kid, and I was able to do that thanks to ROMs. ROMs are awesome. But now that I think about it, I remember my brother and his friend playing a Sega CD. They had this one vampire game, and there was this other kind of game. I have no idea which one it was, but it looked pretty cool. I just remember, like, your brother died or something. You start out looking at a computer, and you're supposed to take his picture, and you take it to a bar and show it to this guy. And then later on there's a guy with a crowbar that you can mess with. I don't really remember it all that well, and I have no idea what it was called, but I wouldn't mind playing that again. Which country or place in the world did you always want to travel to? Probably Japan, because I'm not gonna lie, Asian women are hot. But other than that, I'd like to go to Europe sometime, I guess. Where would you rather live, Raccoon City or Silent Hill? That's a tough one. Both are pretty fucked up. I think in Raccoon City, though, you could actually see, instead of stumbling around in the fog in Silent Hill. And not being able to see is part of the creepy factor, so probably Raccoon City. Is your name really Randall? Yes, it is. Do you plan to do the rest of the Silent Hills? To be honest, I'm getting kind of burned out on Silent Hill, so after 2 I'll stop with the Silent Hills for a while. I might do a Resident Evil or something, because the only one I've done that's in the old school style is Code Veronica. But I think at some point I will do more Silent Hill. At the very least, I'll probably do Shattered Memories, because a lot of people did want to see that. Will I do a Max Payne Let's Play? Maybe. I like those games. I have both of them, I think. I've played through both of them at least. Will I ever do a LP with OTG or Psychedelic Snake? That would be pretty cool, but I'm not sure. Maybe me and OTG could do a campaign on Left 4 Dead 2 together or something. But for Psychedelic Snake, I've really only talked to him once on Xbox Live, so who knows, maybe. How do you keep yourself interested in the games that you Let's Play? Not gonna lie, there are some times where I'm just kinda sick of a game and want to get it over with. But for the most part, that doesn't usually happen. But for me, what helps is doing multiple games, like do 3 at a time, where you can do one set of one game and then move on to the next one, so it still stays fresh. Have you ever played a Pokemon game? I remember in 5th grade, I went over to a friend's house. We were playing Pokemon cards, and he was like, hey, check this out, I got Pokemon Blue. You can actually go around and capture all the Pokemon. And that blew my mind. I thought that was the shit back then. It still is pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. I do like the Pokemon games. I've played Blue, Yellow, Silver, and Sapphire for a while. A while back, this female friend of mine wanted me to buy her Pokemon Gold, the remake, so I did. And she also wanted me to pick up the new Silver, so I did, because I'm a cool guy like that, I guess. So I have been playing the new Silver for a while. Mainly just for her, I guess. Am I willing to play and record with fans? Maybe, but I mean, the way it is currently, the way I record with my shitty desktop is I'll record like 20-minute segments and then stop for a while and then start it back up again so it doesn't crash, because it does that more and more now, which is annoying at best. What happened to the Let's Play Plus idea in Majora's Mask? I assume you mean where I cut back to actually me and have skits involving myself. I don't know. I mean, I think it's more entertaining to cut to stuff I reference rather than myself. I mean, I could keep doing that, I guess. It's been a long time since I've done a vlog or showed my face in a video. Do I smoke, and have I tried it before? I don't smoke, but I have tried it a couple times because I have that friend, which everyone has at a certain age, who's like, dude, you know you want to smoke. So, yeah, I've smoked a couple cigarettes, but it's just not for me. I don't want to get into the habit of spending a lot of money on cigarettes, and of course there's the health issues.